These images were created from archived images. You can see some images again.
The mission given to these two Russian soldiers was as follows. There is a group of Ukrainian soldiers in a ruined house. A bag full of mines must be thrown into the house where these soldiers are. This is exactly what these two Russian soldiers did. They threw the bag full of mines inside the door of the house and exploded it. The house blew up. Units of the Vostok group of forces conducted an operation with snipers in the village of Velikaya Novoselka, South Donetsk direction. First, Russian drone operators attacked the Max Pro armored vehicle and immobilized it. Then sniper fire was opened by the sniper.
Цель.
At first, Russian drone operators attacked Ukrainian vehicles in the area. Then the drone operators gave the infantry on the ground the coordinates of several bunkers. The footage shows an attack on a fortress by units of the Central Forces Group in Red Army territory. Soldiers of the Motorized Rifle Brigade mobilized and threw a grenade at a covered bunker in the woods. After securing the area, the Motorized Rifle Brigade moved on. In the Zaporozhye region, scouts of the 471st Separate Reconnaissance Battalion of the 42nd Division attacked an observation post of the armed forces of Ukraine. In this video, you can see 3 infantrymen starting the operation according to the coordinates given to the infantry by Russian drone operators. The infantrymen plan to use grenades to damage the equipment at the observation post.
In the meantime, you can use YouTube Super Thank You to support us and our content. We need it to continue with our videos.
An FPV drone of the Ukrainian armed forces circled over Russian soldiers for a very long time. Meanwhile, Russian soldiers constantly focused on the drone and fired to shoot it down.
Туда полетело. В той стороне было. Сейчас хз. Она сейчас на заход может пойти. С той стороны смотри. Вон, вон! Вон, слева, слева, вон!
Где?
Вон там! Рукой показываю. Сейчас сюда пойдет.
Вот что, сюда. Погодите.
Вон, вон, вон!
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
Ложись!
Настя! Все, упал. Настя! Держи!
Fortunately, the drone was shot down and no soldier was injured.
Дай сюда, быстро!
In the Zaporozhye region, a fighter from the 42nd Guards Division crawled up to the bunker of the armed forces of Ukraine and, without wasting time, threw a TM-62 anti-tank mine. A minute later, the mine exploded, and with a loud bang, the bunker was blown up. It is triggered by remote control or using a delayed ignition system. This method can be particularly effective for destroying the entrance to the bunker and cutting off escape routes for those inside. If the bunker had been attacked by drones or artillery, the destruction would not have been so great. In this way, by directly dropping mines into the bunker, there can be massive destruction. A hiding place for foreign weapons was discovered in the former positions of the Ukrainian armed forces near Avdiivka, Donetsk region. The Regional Directorate of the Federal Security Service of Russia reported. These RGD-5 hand grenades. These 5.45mm cartridges. These PKM machine gun. These RPG hand grenade launcher. These M16A2 rifle made in the USA. Russian armed forces continue their advance in the Seversky direction. The advance in the Seversky direction has reached 1.5 kilometers, according to news reports. In this video, it appears that the Russian armored infantry vehicle is moving forward with a few motorcycle soldiers behind it. The soldiers then get out of the armored vehicle and take cover. According to the intelligence received, there is a group of soldiers inside the building. Russian soldiers surround the building and start firing at close range. At the same time, they throw grenades. Russian troops are trying to move fast to ensure security in the area. A Russian soldier opens fire towards the basement. On a cold and snowy day, Russian troops launched an air and ground operation against positions of the Ukrainian armed forces. First, we see drones attacking. Then the soldiers go directly into the positions and try to eliminate the dangers using grenades. Then they open direct fire on the bunkers.
Троих синих забрали.
Молодчики, все, парни, закрепляемся.
According to the Russian Defense Ministry, the German Leopard tank was destroyed as a result of good calculations by FPV drones with optical fiber. The fortresses built by the Ukrainian armed forces were destroyed by drones of Russian paratroopers. The calculations of the Russian paratroopers gave the infantry the coordinates of several Ukrainian bunkers. The infantry immediately took action. This soldier throws a grenade into the bunker. Then they opened fire from machine guns inside. They did this to eliminate the threat from the bunker.
Сколько? Трое!
Ukrainian armored vehicle unloads 8 Ukrainian soldiers from the vehicle. Then 8 Ukrainian soldiers enter an underground bunker. A Russian drone is watching everything that is happening. The Russian drone informs the Russian soldiers on the ground. Then one of the Russian soldiers throws a bag full of mines into the bunker. Then the bunker explodes with a very big explosion. In the Kharkiv region, a Russian fighter blew up a group of 8 armed forces personnel with mines, Russian law enforcement agencies told TASS. In the Kurakova region, a group of soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine hid in a bunker due to drone attacks. Having learned the coordinates of the bunker, Russian soldiers blew it up. This operation was carried out by the soldiers of the 150th Division of the 8th Guards Army of the Russian Armed Forces. The bunker was completely destroyed. In the Kursk border region, units of the Russian Armed Forces, working in concert with drone operators, neutralized targets in the bunker. Some soldiers went to other parts of the wooded areas, but the drones were following them. The reconnaissance drones reported the coordinates to the attack drones, and the operation started immediately. A soldier of the Russian armed forces was given the task of throwing an anti-tank mine. The soldier, advancing alone to the positions, ran to the point where he was to throw the anti-tank mine, and without delay, threw the bag full of anti-tank mines inside and ran away. With a huge explosion, the target was blown up. The soldier ran away from the scene. In the southeast of Chasova Yar, a soldier of the Russian armed forces engaged in an armed clash with 2 Ukrainian security guards. During this conflict, Russian drone operators supported the Russian soldier from the air. He was also assisted by attack drones. The Russian soldier also used grenades during the conflict. Ukrainian soldiers were under attack both from the air and from the ground and had to surrender to save their lives. Yes, this is a war. Every human life is precious. Surrendering is an option like fighting. Some are lucky enough to surrender to survive.
Ну, ты-то точно должен был воевать за свою родину идти.
Close combat in Donbass. Bullets hit the helmet of a Ukrainian armed forces soldier. The soldier's helmet was hit by 2 bullets in a row. This video shows how important a military helmet is and how it can save lives. A helmet is not only for protection from bullets, it also protects the head against the shock waves of shrapnel, impacts and explosions. Modern helmets can integrate equipment such as communication devices, night vision systems, thermal cameras, and ballistic goggles. In this video published by the Russian Defense Ministry, it is stated that the security of Timofeevka in Donetsk has been ensured. I may have made a mistake in the translation because the source I got the news text from is Russian. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comments section. Because this bunker is a bit small, it seems quite easy for FPV drones to get inside. Since there was no protection to prevent the FPV drone from entering, the drone was able to enter easily. Earth or concrete bunkers cannot be damaged by drones, but if the entrance to the bunker is open and there are no obstacles, drones can easily enter. In the Seversky direction, a group of Ukrainian soldiers were in a pipe under the road. They were probably there to plan, distribute rations, share ammunition, etc. 2 Russian soldiers moved towards the tunnel. Their plan was as follows: to throw a grenade from the front and back sides of the tunnel and bring out the soldiers inside. It seems that the soldiers inside did not want to come out. 2 Russian soldiers threw the bag containing TM-62 mines in the bag, and the pipe under the road exploded with a big explosion. The mines in the bag have a mechanism that can be detonated by timer or remote control. Here you see the moment he threw the bag of mines inside. A Russian fighter throws a Molotov cocktail into the basement where soldiers are stationed. In the Kharkiv region, 4 soldiers set off in a Humvee, but something unexpected met them on the way. There is nothing about the cause of the explosion in the details of the news. I don't think it was a mine that caused this explosion. I think it could have been a self-propelled howitzer, but it takes a lot of skill to hit a moving vehicle so accurately. What do you think? What could be the source of the explosion? The M113 tracked armored personnel carrier moves quickly to pick up soldiers from the destroyed house. After the door of the armored vehicle was opened, the soldiers wanted to get into the armored vehicle, but that's what happened. Before one soldier could board the vehicle, the door closed and the M113 moved away from the scene. As far as it can be seen in the video, the soldier could not get into the armored vehicle. 2 soldiers of the 132nd Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces blew up a basement in Dzerzhinsk. The source of the news does not mention the details of what blew up the bunker, but I think it was an anti-tank mine. They threw a bag full of anti-tank mines into the basement and it blew up.